Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This time we're going to talk about politics in sport. But before we get there, can you please do me a favor and make sure you give me a subscribe over on my Odyssey channel. The link is right down below. Okay, let's start by talking about something that was said a couple of thousand years ago. As you know, I like to keep it contemporary. And this was said by the satirical Roman poet known as Juvenal. And of course, I'm sure you'll have heard of this expression. Give them bread and circuses, and they will never revolt. That was plainly understood by the Romans, by the Roman emperors. They gave the peasants the bread, they put on the circuses, and in that way, they bought their captivity. So if you like, the areas of sport and entertainment have always been intricately involved in politics. There's nothing new as regards this. But in recent times, it seems to me that sport has become hyper-politicized. Now, I'm going to play you a couple of things I want you to have a look at here. Here's a clip, first of all, from the Manchester United game just a couple of days ago. Just play this. Oh, look, Palestinian flag on the pitch. That's I believe Pogba is he Palestinian? Do Man United have Palestinian players? I didn't know that, but there he was on the pitch. That was fine. Here's a clip from the FA Cup final. There he goes. There he goes. Another Leicester City player with his Palestinian flag on him. Did you notice that? So is it okay now to wear political flags on the pitch? Is that okay? Let's check up at Celtic in Scotland. Is this okay to bedeck their otherwise empty stadiums, by the way, with Palestinian insignia, including, if you look at the very front on the left-hand side, that looks a rather sinister one, doesn't it? But apparently this is all okay. So what we can see is that British sport has activists in it, political activists who also play sport. And of course, we saw this over the BLM activity. We saw it in football. It was pathetic. We saw it very overtly. Black Lives Matter. Do remember, Black Lives Matter is a Marxist political organization. We saw it in cricket. Clenched fists. Black Lives Matter. We saw it in rugby. Taking a knee. Which ended, by the way, I think, in one of the worst ever Six Nations for the English taking the knee team. But there you have it. So you see it across the sporting panoply. We have overt politics, very woke politics. So, for example, you don't see too many teams. In fact, I've never seen any displays of the Israeli flag by any of these players. Strange that, isn't it? Palestinian flags, yes. Israeli flags, no. Why might that be? And, when it comes to Black Lives Matter, again, the likes of the Premier League actively support that and push that, as does the rugby union authorities. They also actively support Black Lives Matter. So, for example, if someone set up White Lives Matter, do you think that would get a fair hearing? What do you think? I think, from my point of view, that what we see is sport has become, sport was always political and sport was always corrupt. There's no other way to say it. But recently, this has gone on to a whole new level where you can see that the media and the sporting organizations are actively colluding to push certain causes. So if it's the BLM cause, they will support it. If it's the Palestine cause, they will support it. That makes me think that the media that's promoting this and the sporting organizations that are supporting this have been utterly and absolutely corrupted. Anyway, that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comment threads below, and we'll speak soon. Thanks very much for supporting me.